Alright, good afternoon, Arkansas. This is Assistant Chief Forecaster came back here once again. I'm here to give you guys a live video going on what's going to be happening as we get towards tomorrow evening into tomorrow night across the area here. Actually, as a matter of fact, up there in Northwestern Arkansas is going to get the ball rolling by the time we get towards tomorrow morning here. So, what we're looking at right now is the winter weather advisory across Northwestern Arkansas. This is going to start tomorrow morning and is going to go all the way until tomorrow evening for much of Northwestern Arkansas here. Now, I know everybody's going to be looking at this map, and they're going to be away from the winter weather advisory, and they're going to think we're not going to see anything. I'm fully anticipating for these winter weather advisories to get extended further to the south and east. Okay, I'm fully anticipating it either late this afternoon or very first thing tomorrow morning. Okay, winter weather advisories don't go out until 12 to 24 hours out from the event. Okay, so I'm fully anticipating for these advisories to get extended further to the south and east. Okay, so don't worry about it. As I said before, you're just now looking at Northwest Arkansas starting the ball. And then we're going to be looking at this as we get towards tomorrow here. So Jennifer, great comment. Yes, we know it's almost 70 degrees right now. You're looking at, if you look outside right now, you would think we actually have snow coming tomorrow. That's crazy. This is what we're going to be dealing with as we get towards tomorrow. Okay, guys. So before we're going to go ahead and jump into that, but I wanted to show you guys this first because we didn't get this out on the page this morning. So that was the winter weather advisory up there in Northwestern Arkansas. We're fully anticipating for this to get extended further to the south and east here, okay? We're also going to go over tomorrow, guys, in just a bit as well, okay? So, to break down what to expect for tomorrow here, okay? Northwestern Arkansas, North Central, we're talking all snow event with this, okay? This may get extended further to the south and east as well. We're going to have to wait and see what trends hold later this evening into tomorrow morning. But, all snow event up there in northern Arkansas. And then you move into central and the eastern and the southern Arkansas, the majority of the area, okay? All that orange that you're seeing is rain/sleet. We could have some sleet before we completely transition over to snow here. We're not expecting this thing to be a big sort of ice event. This is going to be a primarily snow event for us here in Arkansas, okay? So just kind of keep that in mind and read the red area very closely, guys. Temperatures are going to be warm throughout much of the day tomorrow across this area, okay? We're fully anticipating for folks to ask us, are we going to still see snow? Temperatures are going to be in 60s and 70s tomorrow. Are we still expecting it? Yes, folks. We are fully expecting the snow for tomorrow, okay? You're just going to have to be a little patient with us because the cold front's going to come through. Cold air is going to come in. That's when it's going to start taking place, okay? But please keep that in mind for tomorrow, okay? Also, the potential flash freeze is there as well. We're going to talk more about that in this live stream as well here, guys. But the majority will see the potential snowfall. All 75 counties have the potential of seeing snow tomorrow. Alright, and some of it could be heavy at times as well. Also, the potential of 40 to 45 mile per hour wind gusts with this system as well here. So there could be potential of blowing snow. Wind chills, you guys saw yesterday. Wind chills, single digits, low teens across the area here. So keep that in mind. This is going to be a reality check tomorrow night into the first thing Saturday morning here. We're going from the 70s to below freezing very, very quickly, okay? So keep that in mind, all right? Let's go ahead and talk about something else. So give me 1 second. Let me go back over to our slideshow real quick. Okay, so this is the current timing. Now, I said before, all right, this timing is going to shift just a little bit. I'm still pretty confident on this timing right now for Northwestern Arkansas to start the ball first thing in the morning. I may have to go in and tweak that just a little bit, maybe coming more 6 to 7 a.m. versus the 8 o'clock time frame here. But we're going to have to wait and see up there in Northwestern Arkansas, right? Okay, then further to the south and east, we're talking central Arkansas. This is going to be tomorrow afternoon and tomorrow evening, okay? I'm saying this now because there's going to be somebody that's going to ask tomorrow morning, are we still seeing this potential of snow across the area, okay? We're fully anticipating the snow, but it's going to be late for us here in central Arkansas. Please keep that in mind. I'm not expecting any sort of major school closures or anything like that unless this comes in earlier than expected. Then further southern Arkansas and southeast, you're definitely going to be talking tomorrow evening and into the overnight hours tomorrow night and the first thing Saturday morning. As we get into the nighttime hours, one thing I want to know, and this is going to be a shout out to Kevin at Southern Plains Weather Authority. As we get into the nighttime hours, we're going to lose the daytime heating and we're going to lose the sun angle, okay? That means that you're going to have a higher chance of accumulation down there in southern and eastern Arkansas versus northwestern and northern Arkansas because it's coming in during the day for you guys and it's going to be nighttime for those areas, okay? So don't be shocked with the next couple of runs, next couple of outlets that we have out, that southern and eastern Arkansas sees a little bit of a boost with the accumulation versus north and northwestern Arkansas because of the time of the day that's coming in, okay? So keep this in mind. This is the current timing right now, all right? 6 p.m. to start, and then right around midnight for it to end. And then southeastern Arkansas, we're talking 8, 9 o'clock tomorrow evening, and until 1 o'clock in the morning on Saturday. That may be extended a little bit further down into 3 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock in the morning as well, okay? Now, this is the one thing everybody's wanting to know, accumulations, okay? This is what we're talking about now. Now, I will say this accumulation map was made first thing this morning. We're going to have to wait and see what trends look like this afternoon, this evening. We've gotten some new data in. We're going to have to dissect that data in and then have an update for you guys here. But it's not going to be too big of an update, okay? We don't really kind of veer because one model says this or one model says that, okay? So, northwestern Arkansas, right now you stand at 2 to 3 inches of snow. That's going to be a wait and see. Right now, we're going to have to kind of wait and see what happens, because the problem for up there in northern Arkansas and northwest, it's coming in during the day. That means you have daytime heating, you have the sun angle that's going to be helping melting, versus central and southern Arkansas and southeast, where you lose that daytime heating and you have a higher chance of accumulation down there, okay? So a broad area of 1 to 2 inches of snow right now, all right? That's the generalized idea per all the computer model guidance, per our thinking as well, okay? So northeastern Arkansas, 1 to 2, down to central, 1 to 2, the higher elevations over there in the Ouachitas, 2 to 3, southwestern Arkansas, 1 to 2 right now. And then southeastern Arkansas, I want to stress, okay, I want to stress that in southeast Arkansas right now, you are traced to upwards to 2 inches, upwards to 1 inch of snow. That will more than likely change depending on what happens with trends tonight, okay? The one thing we have to note down there in southeast Arkansas, some areas down there may end up seeing a little higher accumulation just because they lose the daytime heating. Daytime heating makes a big difference for not only winter weather, but severe weather as well, okay? So just kind of keep that in mind down there in southeast Arkansas. I have you at a trace to 1 inch right now. That may get bumped up with the next outlook here. We'll just have to tweak it and wait and see on all that, okay? So I've gone over this. Let's go back to accumulations real quickly, just in case you need to see that information here. But folks, all this is going to be on the page, by the way, okay? So the details, we're talking confidence is increasing in the potential of snowfall accumulation and maybe some impacts here. There's a lot of people are asking about road travel tomorrow, okay? Tomorrow during the day, I will say wait and see, okay? Northwest Arkansas, you're going to be starting the ball first thing in the morning. We're going to have to wait and see on travel. They may or may not cancel schools up there. Please let me know if they do. We'll get the information out for you guys, okay? But up there in Northwest Arkansas, you're going to start the ball. Then Central Arkansas, North Central, Northeast Arkansas, that's when it's going to start taking off. All right, so we're going to have to wait and see and all that. But the impacts to the roadways are going to be probably tomorrow night when temperatures fall well below freezing. Now, the one thing that may help us is the 40 to 45 mile per hour winds, and this is wet snow falling, okay? So the roads are going to be wet, but with the high winds, it's going to lead to those roads drying out pretty fast, okay? But still, take it easy on the roadways, folks. Do not travel tomorrow night unless you absolutely have to, okay? This may be one of those nights you may have to cancel plans tomorrow night. But by the time we get towards Saturday afternoon, Saturday evening, right now, we should be good to go. But we'll have to wait and see what temperatures do on Saturday, okay? And as I said before, the potential flash freeze is on the table. A definition of flash freeze is just going from above freezing to below freezing very quickly. We're talking a 2 to 4 hour span with water on the ground here. That means that's just an instant freeze. Alright, so something we're going to watch tomorrow, because this is going from the 60s and 70s to the 20s and 30s very, very quickly, okay? Alright, so let's talk about computer model guys for just a bit, and then I'm going to try to take you guys' questions here, okay? So we're going to look at the HR, alright, and I figured I could probably do this while I'm looking at the HR, okay? So let's try to answer a little bit of questions here. What time tomorrow? Tammy said before, all the information is going to be on the page in terms of timing. I've gone over timing. We're talking towards that area in Northwest Arkansas, 6 to 8 a.m. tomorrow morning. You guys are going to start the ball first thing in the morning, okay? It's the Truman area, going to see snow. Alexa, we've gone over timing in that area, Northeast Arkansas. Yes, everybody, all 75 counties tomorrow has the chance of seeing snow for tomorrow, okay? Keep that in mind. No area is not going to see any snow or anything like that. All 75 counties have the potential of seeing snow for tomorrow, okay? Accumulations right now still a little bit uncertain, but we're going to have to wait and see on that, okay? So just keep that in mind. Temperatures tomorrow, and I'm warning you now, temperatures tomorrow are going to be warm, And then they're going to drop like a rock as we get towards tomorrow evening, tomorrow overnight. Okay, so perfect timing, Northwest Arkansas. If you were to go to HR, you can see the snow beginning up here. And I have rain to sleet across the area. I have to wait and see on that because guidance is really wanting to start this off as snow. Alright, they're really wanting to start this off just straight snow altogether. Okay, so we'll have to wait and see on that. That all snow line may come further south with the next update here. But you can see what happens. Okay, so this is right around our time frame here. It's right 5 o'clock in the afternoon. Majority of the area is seeing snow. We're talking north central, central Arkansas, and in the southwestern Arkansas as well. Okay, this is the area that we're going to be looking at. The purples that you're seeing is a rain, snow, maybe a little bit of sleet mix across the area. Something that we're going to have to watch. And then southern Arkansas starting off as rain down there, but then you will quickly change over to snowfall across the board. Alright, so you can see this is 6 p.m. Majority area seeing a good amount of snow across the board. You go to HRR, really lighten up the snow across the area here. And then by the time we get towards midnight, it's out of the way. It's good, it's out of the way. Okay, so let's talk about accumulations here. Okay, so this is accumulations. If you were to go with the HR, I'm going to show you guys the NAM as well. And I'm going to talk to you guys about the NAM because I've had a lot of people blow me up about the NAM model. Alright, let's talk about the HR's accumulation here. This is the latest run by the way, the 18Z. Let me see what it can do real quickly here. Okay, so we're talking, there it is right there. Okay, so that's it. That's the HR right there. Okay, if you were to go to HR, lower amounts, notice something, lower amounts in northern Arkansas, but heavier amounts across central, southwestern, into southern Arkansas. Okay, keep that in mind. We're going to have to watch that tomorrow here because here's what's going on here. Okay, daytime up here, nighttime down here. Okay, nighttime snow events really have to be watched because you lose daytime heating, and it favors more accumulation versus during the day where you have the sun radiation melting that snow constantly throughout the day. Okay, so you can see what a trend is right through here. Okay, so about 2 inches of snow here in Little Rock, 3 in Conway. You will go with the HR, almost 4 over here. The higher elevations in the Ouachita's, about a good 2 to 4 inches of snow. Southeastern Arkansas, right around 1 inch to 1.5 inches. If you will go to the HR, I still have that feeling that it's underdoing the moisture, but we're gonna have to wait and see on all that. Okay, so that's the HR if you were to go with that. Now let's talk about the NAM and why the NAM is so interesting with this. Okay, so let's take a look at this. This is the 18Z that's coming out, by the way. Okay, so our map right now is doing pretty good. Okay, we're looking rain to slash light sleet to all snow across the board. Alright, if you were to go with NAM. Look what the NAM does. Okay, it rapidly changes everybody over to snowfall. Alright, so by the time we get towards 9 o'clock tomorrow night, we should be looking at the majority area seeing snowfall. Okay, now notice something that you're going to have to wait and watch and see down there in southeastern Arkansas. This heavier banding that's wanting to set up from El Dorado to Little Rock to Memphis. We're going to have to watch that corridor very carefully as we get towards tomorrow evening and into tomorrow overnight. You have no sun angle, no daytime heating or anything like that. That's really going to help the accumulations in that pink area down here. So we're going to have to watch this close tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow evening down here in southeastern Arkansas for that heavier banding to kind of set up in that area here. And that's the reason why the NAM is really wanting to blow up that area here. And then by the time we get towards midnight to 3 o'clock in the morning, it's completely out here, right? So here's the accumulations if you were to go with the NAM model. And this is the reason why I want to talk about the NAM real quickly before I go anywhere else. This is, and I don't know if it changed with the 18Z or not. 12Z definitely had it, but I'm gonna see if the 18Z kept the trend going. Okay, this is what I'm talking about right here. Okay, NAM model may have a little bit of a better handling on this versus the HRR right now. We're gonna have to wait and see because the NAM is much colder versus the HRR. HR is not as cold. NAM is colder because of what the time of the day is. Okay, so right through here, you can see what I'm talking about. Little Rock, just to the east of Hot Springs, down in southeastern Arkansas, there's a drastic difference in computer model guidance here. So you're talking, if you go with the NAM, 3 to 5 inches of snow. Some localized areas could see a half a foot. Okay, so we'll have to wait and see if the NAM model is hinting at something right now. But the only reason why I buy it is because of the time of the day. And there's a lot of people, I saw that comment, that are going to say, I'll believe it when I see it. And that's perfectly okay. Okay, you don't have to listen to us. We're not forcing anyone to listen to us. Just keep that in mind when this happens tomorrow night. Okay, So, said before, that's the area that we're going to have to wait and see from Memphis to Little Rock down to Hot Springs into southeastern Arkansas. That's the corridor that I'm kind of keeping a personal eye on here because of the time of the day that's going to be coming in across the board here. So, as before, that's all I've got for you guys in terms of guidance. Now this is the time, if you're still with us, to answer questions. Time for the Q&A session right now here, guys. So, let me see here. We've gotten a lot of questions in for last time. Like, Tammy, I've already answered that question up there. Okay. Mount Home, where we're looking at, Ruby, rain/sleet, going over snow, folks. Okay. All the information is going to be on the page as well. Now, there's a lot of people that are new here that don't know about Arkansas Weather Watchers. Feel free to look at our Facebook page. Our thinking is going to be on there as well here. Okay. So, let me see here. Michelle, and I know there's a lot of people out there that's hoping that this misses Arkansas. It's kind of a mixed feel on do they want to snow or do they not want to snow. I personally, we've gone all winter without having a majority snow event. We've had ice. I personally would like this event to happen. That way we can at least get one snow event out of Arkansas this year. Because the majority of the events we've had is the ice. We've had freezing rain. We've had sleet. We haven't had a widespread snow event, right? So this is one event that I would actually like to happen across the board here, at least before we go into spring. We saw that last year with the mega snowstorm. I don't think it's going to be that big right now, but we'll have to wait and see. I just got a bad feeling about that area from Memphis to Little Rock down to El Dorado and southeast Arkansas, because this is coming in tomorrow night. You lose all types of daytime heating down there, and that's going to really help with your accumulations, especially if you get heavier snowfall banding setting up down there in southeastern Arkansas. Okay, so let me see here. So what time do I need to go get my snacks? That's funny. We're talking probably late this afternoon, this evening, if you want to go ahead and do that. Folks, it's not going to be a long-lasting event as well. Temperatures are going to rapidly warm up. They're going to rapidly warm up by the time we get towards Saturday. By the time we get towards Saturday afternoon, this is going to be a faded memory for Arkansas, okay? But I want to show you guys something real quick, because I said before, and I'm stressing this right now because I know this is going to happen tomorrow, okay? Look at the temperatures right now. You look at temperatures right now, you would think there's no snow coming tomorrow. What are you talking about, Cameron? Look what's going on in Northwest Arkansas. This is 9 a.m. tomorrow morning. 20s in Northwestern Arkansas, near 60 degrees in southeast, okay? So the area that may see the highest accumulation may start the day in the 60s and low 70s, okay? We'll have to wait and see on that. But look at what happens by the time we get towards 6 p.m. And this is exactly what I mean about rapid freeze. Look at there. You go from 52 degrees at noon to 33 by the time you get towards 6 p.m. That is a very rapid change, okay? That's very rapid. So we'll have to wait and see what happens with that, folks. But you can see what happens, okay? You go from the 50s to the 30s very quick if you were going to NAM audible here. But I'm going to stop it right around noon tomorrow afternoon here, okay? Because I know there's probably going to be winter weather advisories out, or even in some cases, we'll have to wait and see what accumulations look like. Maybe some winter storm watches or winter storm warnings are out, especially in northwest Arkansas. But look at the difference, okay? 27, Rogers, 62, Greenville. This is what we're potentially looking at tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow evening, okay? This is exactly what I'm talking about. I'm going to have a lot of people asking tomorrow. This is why we do these live streams days in advance. That way you guys have a general feel on what's going to be happening. Please keep this in mind. Temperatures tomorrow are going to be in the 60s, okay? It's going to rapidly fall as we get towards tomorrow afternoon and tomorrow evening here, okay? So there's a drastic change in temperatures tomorrow. And also, I would fully prepare for this as well, because look at the time frame. Look at first thing Friday morning. You're going from the 40s and 50s. You're going to walk out the door Friday morning, and you're going to think, okay, well, there's not much going on. It's pretty warm outside. I don't need a jacket. I promise you're going to need that jacket by the time we get towards the afternoon hours here. Because look at 3 p.m. You're in the 30s. Alright, so temperatures are rapidly going to be falling as we get towards tomorrow afternoon and tomorrow evening here. Now, this is what I'm worried about right here, okay? Look at the temperatures, 30, 31 degrees, right? Let's take a look at dew points for a second, okay? So, that's all fine and dandy. Let's see what dew points look like at this point. Alright, so we're going to get this loaded up here in just a bit, but you're going to see what I'm talking about in terms of the dew points. If your dew points are in the 20s, see if we can get this out just a bit, okay? So look at your dew points. Your dew points are in the mid to upper 20s with precipitation falling. So your temperature is 34, your dew point's 27. Precipitation is falling, evaporational cooling is taking place, and that's where your temperatures are going to start falling. Okay, I don't buy the 33, 34 right now. I seriously don't buy it. With dew points being this low, I don't buy it. All right, we're going to have to wait and see what happens. Maybe in southeast Arkansas. But central, where your dew points are in the 20s, I don't buy it right now. I think temperatures are going to be a little colder than what model guidance is suggesting at this point here. But you can see the dew points really tanking by the time we get towards tomorrow evening and into tomorrow night here, guys. Okay, so let's go back to the questions real quickly here. So let me see here, and it's supposed to be 45 degrees on Saturday. That is a wait and see. If you get a good amount of sunshine on Saturday, then I could see that happening. But it just depends on how much snow you get to. Okay, but here's the thing. You're going to have a warm front that's going to come in on Saturday night into early Sunday morning. By the way, Sunday morning, church travel, watch out for some possible freezing fall. We'll have to wait and see on that. But warm front moves through Saturday night and early Sunday morning. You're back in the 60s and 70s by the time you get towards Sunday and Monday. Okay, so that's what I'm saying. This is going to be a quick hit. You're going to look at this. There's going to be snow on the ground. And then by the time you get towards early next week, it's a faded memory. Okay, so this is the wind chill, by the way. And I'm going to show you guys this too. Alright, so not only we're looking at potential snow, but look at your wind chills. Like, this is 3 p.m., by the way. Okay? This is 3 p.m. if you were to go with the NAM. 19 for a wind chill up there in northwestern Arkansas. Alright? This is 3 p.m. tomorrow afternoon if you were to go with the NAM. Alright? 30-degree wind chill in Little Rock, 22 in Mount Home, 19 in Mena. Look at the warmth down there in southeastern Arkansas. Okay, this is 3 p.m. and then by the time we get towards 9 o'clock tomorrow evening, wind chills upper teens, low 20s across the area. Okay, so not only we're dealing with snowfall potential, but also with a 30 to 40 mile per hour wind gust, the wind chill potential is going to be there as well. And first thing Saturday morning, with that colder air really sinking in, wind chills I cannot run, especially in higher elevations, could be as low as -1, -2 across the area here. So a real drop in temperatures as we get towards tomorrow night and Saturday morning, and then by Saturday temperatures rebound very quickly here. Okay, so Alan, live stream late tonight after the models come in later. I may do that. If everybody, and here's the thing, I got over 300 people in this live stream right now. If y'all would like me for me to do that, I could potentially do that tonight if you guys would like to see that here. Okay, Mark, thank you very much. Winter weather advisory just came out for Little Rock. Just got a winter weather advisory for Calhoun County here. Okay, so the winter weather advisories are now starting to come out across the board. Give me 1 second. I'm going to get that information up, alright, for you guys at this point here. Okay, so bear me for just a second here. I'm going to go over to LZK. I'm going to get that information up for you guys real fast here. Okay, so now we're starting to see the winter weather advisory starting to come out here. And this is what I was telling you guys at the beginning of the live stream, that we were going to have the winter weather advisories coming out. Tiffany, to answer your question, that is going to be a hard no. Dew points are going to be in the upper 40s and low 50s tomorrow. You're not going to have any severe weather across the board here. Okay, so winter weather advisory just went out. Okay, all right, let me read this. Let me make sure I'm reading this correctly here. Okay, so mainly snowfall, accumulations 1 to 3, some localized higher 4+. Could be seen in higher terrain of Ozarks in the Ouachitas. Okay, so that's pretty interesting for that winter weather advisory here. 1 to 3 inches of snow could be as high as 4 inches in the Ozarks. That's not surprising as well here. Okay, so yeah, Don, I know winter weather advisory is just now going out. Appreciate y'all for letting me know that information here. But yeah, winter weather advisory is now in effect. Okay. Let's talk about it real quickly. Winter weather advisory is now in effect from 6 a.m. to 6 a.m. Friday to 6 a.m. Saturday morning for northwestern and northern Arkansas. Okay. Now, for much of the area, the winter weather advisory is going to go from 6 a.m. tomorrow morning all the way to 6 a.m. on Saturday here. Okay. Accumulations 1 to 3, 4+ in the Ozarks and the Ouachitas. Okay. Now, for those in, okay, that one is from Tulsa. Let's see if I can get one from Stripler. Okay. For those in southern Arkansas and southwest, the winter weather advisory is going to go from 6 a.m. Friday all the way to midnight Friday night. Okay. So, bear me for just a bit. Let me see if I can get this on here. So, bear me for just a second. Let me see if I can get this up on our software at this point, guys. Okay. So, It's going to be loading up really, really quick. I'm going to get this up here on the air real fast here, guys. But 7-4 new winter weather advisories are now coming out across the board. Let's see if I can get this. So stand by for me for just a bit. And also, I do appreciate y'all being here. All 300, all y'all appreciate y'all for being here. Okay? It's going to be coming up real quickly. Okay? So give that software a little bit of time to load up. It's going to be showing up. Okay? So winter weather advisory 6 a.m. Friday to midnight Friday night. Okay? So in southwest Arkansas, they're going for total snowfall accumulations up to 1 inch. Alright, so we'll have to wait and see all that, but right now it's a total snowfall accumulation about upwards to 1 inch in those areas here. Okay, so this is what we got at this point. That's going to be loading up as soon as it comes out. Maybe for just a second. It's going to be coming out really close in here. Okay, so yeah, winter weather advisory statewide, basically. Okay, it's a really, really broad out winter weather advisory for the area. And as I said before, we're going to have to wait and see on total accumulations here, because some of those advisories may get bumped up to a winter storm warning here. Just depends on how much snow we could potentially be talking about. We'll have to wait and see on all that, especially for our folks down there in central, eastern, southeast Arkansas. We're going to have to wait and see if trends hold at this point here. Okay, so I appreciate y'all for being here. I appreciate y'all for that. Okay, so everybody that's asking, okay, totals. We got totals on the page. Yes, all 75 counties have the potential of seeing snowfall. Okay? All 75 counties have the potential for tomorrow. Alright? Keep that in mind. Now, everybody's asking for specific cities, specific counties, etc. All 75 counties tomorrow have the potential of seeing snowfall. Okay? It's no joke. Alright? All 75 counties have that potential for tomorrow. Okay? All the information as well. If you're new here, all the information is going to be on our page as well. Be sure to take a look at that, guys. Take a look at our graphics. Everything's going to be good to go. Okay, so right now, National Server is going 1 to 3, so that fits right to our mode. We had 1 to 2 here across the area. Okay, so it's fitting right where we had it. The 1 to 2. Let's go back to that real quick, real fast. Let's talk about those accumulations here. So this is our accumulation map right now. Okay, we have 1 to 2 broad area. All right, a broad area of 1 to 2 inches of snow. Basically, where that advisory is. Look where the higher elevations. We got 2 to 3 right now. So our accumulation map is doing really good at this point. Could there be some tweaks? We'll have to wait and see, especially in southeast Arkansas. But the majority of the area, 1 to 3 inches of snow across the board here. Okay, so just kind of keep that in mind for tomorrow here. All 75 counties are highlighted. Everybody's at the potential of seeing snowfall for tomorrow. Okay. So let's go over timing one more time, okay? This is timing. 7-4. All the information is going to be on the page. It's going to be, I'm fixing to pin it to the top of the page so nobody misses it. Alright? Timing right now, 8 o'clock in the morning to 5 p.m. across the year in Northwestern Arkansas. Okay? Wait me for just a second. Alright. Alright, hold on. Okay, so we're good to go. Alright, so 7-4. 8 to 5 up there in northern and northwestern Arkansas, 3 to 8 across the board in central and west Arkansas, and then 6 p.m. to midnight across the board in southern Arkansas, okay? And then 9 p.m. to 1 a.m. This is current timing right now, okay? This is what we're looking at this point. Please keep this in mind for tomorrow, okay? So tomorrow, I know everybody's going to wake up in the morning, they're not going to see snow, and they're going to blow up the page about it, okay? Keep this in mind. We have a moderator on the page. We're not going to tolerate the bashing. We're not going to tolerate the negativity or anything like that tomorrow. This is my first warning to you guys. Alright? I know everybody's going to be waking up tomorrow morning wondering when the snow is. This is going to be tomorrow evening and tomorrow night. Please keep that in mind for tomorrow. We've seen situations like this before. Everybody's going to wake up tomorrow morning. It's going to feel like spring. That cold front's going to rapidly come through. And the temperatures are going to fall below freezing very quickly. Okay, this is going to be a rapid change. All right, it's not going to be something that's going to happen daily or throughout this entire day. It's going to be a tomorrow evening into tomorrow night time frame. All right, Northwest Arkansas, you are going to be starting off tomorrow morning. Okay, that is where you're going to be seeing up there in Northwest Arkansas. You're going to see it first thing tomorrow morning. But as said before, that's my first and only warning to you guys tomorrow. I know somebody is going to say, okay, it's not going to happen, it's going to be a bust, stuff like that. Not going to tolerate it, folks, okay? We're just not going to tolerate it for tomorrow, okay? So, that's what we're basically doing, okay? All the information is going to be on the page. Alright, all the information, you're not going to miss a thing in the live stream. All the information is going to be on the page for tomorrow. Okay, so that's all I got for you guys right now. If y'all have any more questions, please let me know. But all the winter weather advisories are coming out. That's basically almost statewide. There it is right here. Okay, so we're going to go back to our main software here. Read me for just a bit. Let me get this information up for you guys here. So we're going to take this down. We're going to show you guys what we mean here. This is the current winter weather advisory across the board. Now we're talking, now this is what we're talking about. North Central, Central, Western Arkansas, Southern Arkansas. This is the area of where the winter weather advisories are. Eastern Arkansas, I'm fully expecting winter weather advisories over there. Okay, you guys, this is Memphis jurisdiction over here, and this is Jackson's jurisdiction over here in southeastern Arkansas. Okay, so we don't control the advisories, we don't control the warnings or anything like that. We just report it, and that's the game. That's it. Okay, so this is what you're looking at right now. If you're just now tuning in, there's the winter weather advisory for much of Arkansas at this point. 1 to 3 inches of snow, locally higher, especially the higher elevations over here in northwestern Arkansas and the southwest Arkansas, the Ouachitas, and the Boston Mountains up here in northwestern Arkansas here. Okay, so this is what we're looking at. I'm going to take a few more questions and then I'm going to head off of here, guys. Okay, so Christy, great point. Do you think road conditions will get bad after sunset? My husband has a bowling alley and is trying to decide if he should open. We are in Johnson County. Okay. After sunset, Christy, I would say if you have to travel tomorrow night, if it's like a must have to travel, gotta get it done, be very careful, okay? Take a vehicle that's meant to travel in winter weather and be very careful on the roadways tomorrow, okay? This is snow versus ice. Snow is much easier to deal with on the roadways versus ice, but you still gotta be careful on the roadways with snow as well, okay? So please keep that in mind, okay? Please, please, please keep that in mind, okay, for tomorrow. If you have to get out, please be very careful. Be very, very careful across the board here, okay? So, Sean, if I have to come back with a heat advisory, I'm coming for you. It's too early for all that. It's way too early for all that. This is not 2012 where we had heat advisories in late March and April. No, we're not doing that. No, not this early. Hit me up in June. We'll start talking about heat advisories then. But let me see here. Cave City, I said before. Carolyn, all the information, guys, that you're asking about cities and counties, all the information is going to be on our page, okay? All this information is going to be on the page for tomorrow. I promise you, okay? It's not going to be limited just to the live streams. All the information is going to be on the page. So be sure to like us, give us a follow. You're not going to miss anything. Notification is going to go out for tomorrow as well here, okay? And also follow us on Twitter, follow us on YouTube as well. That way you're not missing anything. You don't have to wait for a live stream for information. All the information is going to be on Facebook as well, okay? So let me see here. So before, if y'all have any more questions, please let me know here. And the reason why that's doing that, by the way, is the reason why I love this software so much. It's updating constantly. So it'll update itself and then it'll change back to where it was, okay? So that's the current winter weather advisory, almost statewide, basically. When you're missing eastern Arkansas and southeast, which I'm fully expecting to get filled in by the time we get towards this evening and into the night here, okay? So like tomorrow morning or tomorrow evening here, and we'll draw this out so you guys can see, okay? Northwest Arkansas up here, you're going to start this off tomorrow morning. Here, tomorrow evening, tomorrow overnight, over here in southeastern Arkansas. This is basically going to be the time frame across the board. And as I said before, I'm fully anticipating somebody to come in tomorrow. And I've already told Eden. Eden is our moderator. I already told her. I said tomorrow's going to come in. Temperature's going to be in the 60s, and somebody's going to call this a bust. I've got $20 that says somebody's going to do it tomorrow here, guys. I promise you, it's not going to be a bust. I promise you, it's not. Okay. So let me see here, Donna. I keep coming and going. I'm sorry. Are there several different ones for different amounts? No. It's a generalized 1 to 3 across the area. It's generalized 1 to 3 across the board. Give me 1 second to move this over real fast. Okay. Alright, so it's a generalized 1 to 3 across the board here, okay? So, Karen, I get your notices late. Why? It's Facebook. Facebook's notification is weird. It's very, very weird. I have no idea why it keeps doing that. But if you can't get it on Facebook, check out our Twitter or check out our YouTube as well, okay? And also, folks, We are going to be trying to come out with an app. The app that we're going to be trying to work on is going to be a recreation of our website. No time frame on it right now and stuff like that. I know the Facebook issue is getting very, very annoying. We're not leaving Facebook. We're trying to get more platforms for you guys to check us out on. Okay, so that's something that we're going to be working on. We'll announce it at another time frame here. But so for it's something that we're watching. Okay, so Liz, it will be sleet mixed in with this, or mainly snow. On the onset, it's going to be mainly rain / sleet / snow. Then you're going to go right into snow. Okay, this is one of those situations that your cold air is going to blast. It's going to blast south. It's going to be a very, very quick transition. It's not going to be anything that's going to be long lasting. Okay, so you may see sleet on the onset, and you quickly change over. And that's another thing. Liz, thank you for that comment. That's another thing we're going to have to watch is the sleet, because when you're making any type of food or a cake or anything like that, you all know sleet accumulates way quicker than snowfall. If you get a line of sleet, if you get a dusting of sleet on the ground, that's going to really accelerate your snowfall totals for tomorrow. Please keep that in mind. Thank you, Liz, for that comment. It's just like baking a cake. You're putting something down first, and then it's going to build on top of that, okay? So kind of keep that in mind for tomorrow here. It's something we got to watch for sleet as well. If you get a dusting of sleet, then your accumulating snowfall is really going to start taking off for tomorrow here, okay? But I still think a generalized 1 in 3 is good, but don't be surprised if some localized areas see some higher accumulations here, okay? So, did you say when you're making a cake? It ain't gonna happen anytime soon here, okay? So, yeah, Donna, YouTube is much quicker and reliable with notifications. Yeah, that's what's going on. That's the reason why, you know, during the live streams, everybody doesn't see the live streams until like an hour or two later. I don't know why. It's a Facebook issue. I wish I could correct it. We've messaged them a million times about it. No changes with it, okay? So, yeah, YouTube, if you guys have YouTube, please follow us on YouTube. You guys get those notifications instantly, okay? I don't know why it's the issue here for us here on Facebook, but that's what's going on, okay? So, let me see here. There's no changes in the winter weather advisory right now. All right, Amy, if we get the snowfall, then yes, you will see snow angels tomorrow, okay? If we get a good amount of snow and it sticks and it's pretty good, you will see snow angels tomorrow, okay? I promise you guys, alright? So, let me see here, okay? We definitely appreciate you guys. It's no problem. This is the reason why we do this for you guys, okay? If we weren't for you guys, we wouldn't be here right now, alright? So, Joshua, great question. That's a great question. What type of snowfall will we be seeing for tomorrow for the Snowman? Tomorrow's event is going to be very, very, very great for snowball making, okay? We're talking that heavy, wet snow, the compact snow that you can get, and it's really good for snowball making, okay? That's what we're going to be looking at for tomorrow here. It's not going to be the dry, powdery snow. It's going to be those heavy, big, wet flakes that's going to be falling from the sky tomorrow here, guys, okay? Those are the type of the ones that we have to look at for snowball making. So that's a really good question, Joshua. I do appreciate that, okay? So, Alan, thank you for that. Thank you for the subscription. Timing Sydney is going to be on the page. Pepper, wind issues. Yes, wind issues could be a problem for tomorrow. Now, in terms of power outages, we'll have to wait and see. 1 to 3 inches of snow, it's not terrible. When you start talking 4, 5, 6 inches of snow in some places, especially higher elevation, that's where you could potentially see some issues, okay? So, let's go to that real quickly here. Let's see if I can get some wind gust potentials here. And by the way, if I turn around for just a second, I'm trying to get a charger out over here because this thing is fixing to die on me. Alright, so bear me for just a bit. Okay, let's get this charger out real fast. Alright, there's the charger. Okay, so we're cool to go. Alright, so right now with the accumulations, we're talking, not the accumulations, the wind gust potential. We're talking 30 to 40 mile per hour wind gusts, okay? This is what we're looking at right here. I'm going to see if I can take this over to 9 real quick, okay? So, this is basically if you were to go with NAM, okay? HR and the other models are basically the same. But this is what we're looking at, folks, okay? So not only the heavy, wet snowfall potential, but also the 30 to 40 mile per hour wind gust potential as well. It's going to make for blustery conditions tomorrow night, okay? So if you have to get out, and a lot of people are going to be wanting to get out in the snowfall, keep that wind chill factor in mind as well. Take one of those big coats tomorrow, and I promise you'll have a good time, okay? So what about Truman, Sandra? Information is going to be on the page, okay? So for the ones that are having city and county questions, take a look at the page. All the information is going to be on the page at this point there, okay? So I just got on. Carly, thank you for tuning in. What do we know with the timing for tomorrow? Timing tomorrow, we're looking 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Northwest Arkansas. Central, wherever you are, we're looking Central Arkansas right around 5, 6 p.m. tomorrow evening to about almost 11 o'clock. And in Southeastern Arkansas, we're looking 8 to 9 to start. And then we're going to be having right around 1 to 2 o'clock in the morning time frame at this point here, guys. But this is what we're looking at in terms of wind gust potential if you were to go with the NAM. 30 to 40 mile per hour wind gust. Now, as I said before, 1 to 3 inches of snow is not bad on the power lines. It's not terrible. It could cause some isolated outages in some places, but it's not terrible. You start talking 5, 6, 7 inches of wet snow on the power lines, that's where you could have some issues. Okay, so keep that in mind. It's going to be blowing snow, by the way, tomorrow. Okay, tomorrow night and into the overnight hours, going to be blowing snow across the board. All right, so very, very blustery wind conditions. Let's talk about that wind chill one more time. Okay, so for that wind chill is going to be nippy tomorrow. All right. So and this is going to be a reality check, because look what happens, okay? You're in the 60s, the 70s, you're great, you're rocking right now, right? Okay, let's get to tomorrow evening, about 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock. Wind chills in the upper teens to low 20s, okay? That's what's going on at this point, okay? So, let me see here. Okay, what will Sunday look like, Donna? You should be good to go about regarding Sunday. This is gonna be out of here by this point, okay? So I'm in a conversation with our chief forecaster Derek, and he's making a great point on why the snowfall accumulations are going up right now here. Okay, so what's going on is the low pressure to our east is deepening. It's deepening across the area. Okay, so basically, by the way, on the other side of this, there's a severe threat. It's a big time severe threat on the other side of this system. Okay, so basically, what's going on here is you're getting a rapid surge of cold air. All right, now I can zoom this out and show you guys what we're talking about here, guys. So this is what we're saying. We pay attention to data. We look at data. We look at everything. We try to figure out what's going on here. Okay, so here's your low right over here. Okay. You got a deep surge of colder air coming in. This is northeast wind, by the way. This is going to be coming in. And moisture is going to be coming in because your flow is still out of the southwest. Okay, so negatively tilted trough, cold air filtering in. This is why I'm concerned about that Little Rock, Hot Springs, El Dorado, Points East area. This is where we're going to have to watch for that potential as we get towards tomorrow afternoon and tomorrow evening, especially tomorrow night. Okay, so basically that's your setup. That's what's going on across the board here. That's the reason why we're so concerned about the eastern Arkansas area for tomorrow. That doesn't mean nobody outside of there is not going to see snow. It's just don't be shocked we get to tomorrow by this time. We're talking higher accumulations in those areas. So that we're just going to have to keep an eye here. Okay, so let me see here. Thank you for answering the question. Okay, so if you guys have any more questions, please let me know. And then I'm going to hop off of here maybe for just a bit. Okay, so... Alright. Okay. Alright, so we're good. Alright, so let me see here. Okay, if you have any more questions, please let me know here. Okay, so let's talk about Sunday as well. Okay, so this is view over NAM. Okay, so we're going to zoom this back down to Arkansas real quick. Let's zoom this back down to Arkansas. You can see what I'm talking about now. Here's a concerning thing I have for Saturday. Alright. We're looking at this right now, and I'm thinking it's wanting to keep us in the 30s on Saturday here. Let me see this real quick. Okay, so this is wind chill, by the way. Let me go over the temperatures real quick. Okay, so by the way, wind chills are going to continue all the way until probably Saturday morning here, because your system, what's going on is your system is bottoming out. Your system is deepening as we move into tomorrow night and then Saturday morning. This system is going to end up being a nor'easter by the time we get towards late weekend and into the early part of your early next week here, okay? So this, if you were to go with the NAM, daytime highs. This is another concern I have, okay? Remember what I was saying on Saturday that temperatures were going to warm up and we're going to be back in the 40s, blah, blah, blah. This is going to be a fade. Remember by that point, right? Guidance is now coming in colder for Saturday, which is a problem, especially across northern, central, and eastern Arkansas. Okay, it's not wanting to get us above freezing. If you have wet roadways, you have snow still on the ground, that could be an issue on Saturday. Gonna have to watch Saturday as well here. Okay, but what happens is warm front comes surging back north as we get towards late Saturday night, early Sunday morning. Here's daytime highs on Saturday. On Sunday. We're back in the 50s, low 60s. Okay, so right now, plan on travel issues by the time we get towards. Okay, so new information, by the way. Okay, we just got new information to the Weather Center. We do have now a new winter weather advisory for eastern Arkansas. Okay, it just came out. We have a new winter weather advisory that just came out for eastern Arkansas here. Okay, so 1 to 3 inches of snow, locally higher. North Mississippi, West Tennessee, eastern Arkansas, and southeastern Arkansas. Travel could be difficult with slick roadways, especially on bridges and the overpasses. Okay, so if you're just now tuning in, we do have a new winter weather advisory for eastern Arkansas as well. I'm going to read to you guys this real quickly here because it's going to go for Clay, Craighead, Critton, Cross, Green, Lee, Mississippi, Phillips, Poinsettia, and St. Francis County and eastern Arkansas. Okay, so this is a new winter weather advisory that's just got issued across the board. So now we're waiting on Jackson. Okay, now we're waiting on National Weather Service in Jackson down there in far southeastern Arkansas. But the majority of the state is now under the winter weather advisory for tomorrow here. 1 to 3 inches of snow, locally higher amounts across the board. Roads will be okay by Sunday, by the way. We're good to go. Okay, Kelly, I just jumped on. Everybody that's asking about timing on information is going to be there as well here. Okay, so this is what we're looking at on Sunday. Temperatures were back in the 50s here, but the problem I have, let's back this up a little bit. Okay, we're going to back this up for just a second, but the problem I have is this. Look what happens on Saturday, okay? Yes, southwest Arkansas, you warm up quickly. You're back in the 40s. This area here, from northwestern Arkansas to central Arkansas throughout the day, on Saturday here, and here we are on Saturday, you're just now getting to the mid-30s, okay? So, gonna have to wait and see what happens with that. Just gonna play it ear by ear right now. Gonna see what happens with temperatures on Saturday. We'll adjust it if need be. But the issue is tomorrow, okay? Tomorrow evening into tomorrow night is where the show is going to begin. Northwest Arkansas, you're going to start tomorrow afternoon. Tomorrow morning into the afternoon hours. And then central and eastern Arkansas, you're going to start tomorrow evening into the overnight hours across the board. Okay, so just kind of keep that in mind here. Pat, great comment. Timing, accumulations, many other graphics are all on the page, folks. Okay, everybody's going to tune into this live stream late because Facebook is being Facebook. All the information is going to be on the page, folks. All you need to know is going to be on the page regarding this event for tomorrow here. I may do a live stream tonight, okay? If you guys would like to see that, please let me know in the comments below, okay? Let me see here. Make sure I've got all the questions here, okay? So, let me see here. Okay, so, how are we looking for accumulations? Oh, that's going to be on the page, by the way, as well. Okay, alright, so basically, that's all I got for you guys right now. I do appreciate each and every one of y'all for being here. So before, if you guys would like to see that live stream tonight, please let me know in the comments. I'll take a look at it, see what data has. I may do a brief one tonight and kind of go over everything here, okay? So we'll continue to keep you guys updated right here in your source for all things Arkansas weather.